To succeed, you gotta do your best. But to win, you gotta be the best. Go, give me the gold. I want the gold. The goal is to be in first place on my kids, yeah. All I know is double time and do it big, yeah. Out here on my hustle slime, I'm out my grid, yeah. Struggle ain't a trait of mine, I'm on my biz, yeah. And I won't fold. What up, is me, Prez, and guess what? I'm back with another reaction from Red Tree Crimes, the channel on YouTube where they create educational videos that showcase how police interact with the criminals behind the scenes, and they are here to educate people in police tactics and psychology behind, police interrogations. My bad, y'all. Ooh. So ungentlemanly like of me to burp online, but gas is gas. So let's get to it. I got my gas since I'm releasing it. And we are here with a video where the police interrogation of a terrible lie. That's what it's called on the Red Tree Crime channel. So let's get to it.
Lindsay, did you cause harm to Hannah Weshing on March 8th?
I did not.
Did you cause harm to her on March 6th?
I did not.
Did you cause harm to her on March 7th?
I did not.
Why did you tell the police that you did?
Because I wanted to protect everybody.
And what do you mean by I wanted to protect everybody?
This is Lindsay Parton. Lindsay worked as a babysitter to not only her own children, but also a 3-year-old girl named Hannah. Hannah's father,
Why you work as a babysitter for your own kids?
Jason, would drop her off every morning before going to work, then pick her up at the end of each day. Jason worked in construction and did not make very much money, so Lindsay only charged him $30 for the day. Jason would begin to notice that his daughter would come home with bruises on her body.
That's a deal. That's a hell of a deal. Hold on, $30 a day, $150 a week. That's not a deal.
But he convinced himself that the bruises were from the children playing rough with each other. On March 8th, 2018, Jason dropped off Hannah to Lindsay so she could babysit for the day. A few minutes after dropping his daughter off, Jason would get a phone call from Lindsay. She told him that something was wrong with Hannah and he needed to come back quickly. Jason would return to Lindsay's home to find Hannah struggling to breathe and unresponsive.
I was thinking to myself, there's no way that just falling on that concrete floor made her. I could have swore like it was the head. This has been going on. I don't understand.
Have you seen her come to the house with bruises on her face?
Yeah.
Before the accident yesterday?
Yes.
So she had bruises on her face this week?
Yeah.
Where at?
Before she fell the drain?
Like when I was like right here, and then she had one on her chin.
It was one of the shit when she fell on the ground.
That got worse. There was one on her chin before that, and then when she fell on the gravel.
So there's bruising before.
Yeah, it got worse. Yeah.
Hannah would be rushed to the hospital where she would remain in intensive care. Lindsay would be interviewed by the police and she would explain that Hannah had fallen on a concrete floor. The detectives would begin to ask Lindsay questions surrounding Hannah's fall, and she would immediately say she needed to speak with a lawyer.
All right,
I don't want
do you want me to give him a call?
No, I want to call my lawyer. I'm completely honestly telling the truth, and I would never lie. I wouldn't lie to anybody. And yeah.
Now, if you want to call your lawyer, I mean, do you still want to talk to
Which is a lie in itself.
him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know my name. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You're doing it. This is what you're supposed to be doing, nothing else.
I'll do anything I can, though.
Well, we do appreciate it.
I'm honestly
She asked for a lawyer. Why y'all still talking to her?
in shock. It was literally 30 seconds to a minute. Him dropping her off and us walking in the house. And she collapsed. I didn't even shut the door behind me yet.
Lindsay claims that Hannah had been in her care for less than a minute before she collapsed to the ground. She also claims that she noticed bruising on Hannah's body over the past few weeks. Without actually saying his name, Lindsay is doing her best to turn the detective's attention towards Hannah's father, Jason. Before they have a chance to question her further, another officer steps into the room to confirm that Lindsay does in fact want to continue answering questions. Lindsay had asked for a lawyer a few minutes ago, so they need to confirm that she is in fact waiving her rights.
They got to confirm that she waiving her rights when she just waived them. I mean, hold on. I wonder how this case turned out.
She looked up.
I have a couple questions I want to ask you.
Sure.
And listen to me. And I don't know if you, since you've been in here talking to the room, because I've been meeting with my boss, if you've been talking about an attorney or anything. So I just want to make sure we're because I have a couple more questions.
They real sneaky I mean, as they should, they're trying to get to the truth, okay? And they want to see what happened to this little girl. But he said that you've been watching, you know she invoked her rights. And they're kind of tricking her right now. I feel like they're tricking her.
Questions I want to ask you, but I want to make sure you are still well aware of your rights.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to go
do anything wrong.
and I realize that you should. Right.
Okay.
And I want to go through them one more time real fast, okay? Just to make sure I'm good asking you a couple questions. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult an attorney. If you can't afford one, when we point for you free of charge, you can stop talking to myself or Detective Lambert at any time. You understand your rights as I read them to you? Are you okay answering a couple more questions?
Yeah.
Damn. She invoked her right. She said it twice. She wanted the lawyer. Okay. Then he came in here, start talking real fast, gave you the rights again. Before she could answer, you said, but are you okay for answering just a couple more questions?
Knowing your rights?
Yes.
Okay. Is this your home?
Yes.
And this is what we wrote down on the back.
Yes.
Would you give us consent to look in your phone?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can I punch that code in?
I'll do my thing.
Do you care if I do it?
No.
After checking her phone records, the detectives tell Lindsay that her call to 911 took place over an hour after Jason came back to check on his daughter. They want to know why Lindsay waited so long to call for help.
What do you think
He
that's?
said, I don't give you consent to look at it. And he said, well, can I type this number in on the back? And I get it. She hurt a little kid. But they don't give a fuck about the law at all, whoever this is.
911 call was placed,
I don't know.
8:20.
Are you serious?
1 hour and 18 minutes later. Now, what you've done,
That looks bad.
that is bad. What you've done is said he was there this happened within seconds of him being there,
It really.
and that child was there an hour and 20 minutes, giving him the benefit of the
Can
doubt.
I look at that real quick? I don't think you're right. Hold on, let me look at my time clock.
Let's-
Pull up my calls real quick. Pull up my calls when 911 was called. Because it was 7:20. Because I looked at the clock, it was that early. Go back to my call log.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
You want that phone?
Yeah, 792 911 was called. I called 911 at 702 and him at 701.
Well, I'm looking at the CAD report, Rama.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. You
Yeah,
are right.
I called right away. I'm like, there's no way that it was an hour. It was right away. I mean, it happened within seconds. I'm telling the truth. I swear to God I am. I am not lying to you.
Get your lawyer now. Get your lawyer now.
I do not lie. I would not lie. I wouldn't lie. I just don't
All
lie.
right, hang tight.
Okay.
You pay.
The detective realizes that he made a mistake when he examined the phone records. Turns out, Lindsay did in fact call 911 shortly after Jason came back to check on his daughter. Unsure of what to do next, the detective leaves the room to formulate a plan with the other officers.
A plan for what? I guess they got an interrogator. You can't just, whew. Like, they should, if I was old girl, I would have got a lawyer. Obviously, this is a reaction video, so this is in the past. Something already happened, probably not in her favor. You know what I mean? Maybe she did do it, but you should definitely she asked for a lawyer like 3 times, and she didn't give consent to look at her phone. They fishing, but you know what? Detectives got spidey senses. I understand. Okay, they know this lady did have something to do with it. They're trying to get to it. It's a little kid been hurt. Shut up, Perez. Let's go.
After realizing they have no further evidence to hold Lindsay, they gave her back her phone and sent her home. The next day, they had Lindsay come back in for another interview.
Yep. That's exactly where she fell and on her chin. She didn't even, her hand didn't even hit. Like what she was doing, and I can show you how she was running like this, and then looked back and went like that. Literally.
Did she slide? Or?
No, it was just bam, bam. Yeah. She did, and she got right back up and kept running. I said, hey, are you okay?
You were supposed to make sure you came in here with your lawyer, knowing you lying. A real, she say she ain't a liar. She wouldn't lie. But the biggest liars think they can lie their way out of everything.
So all these small little bruises and the ones on the chin.
Yes, I know about those right there.
And even the one on
yes, there's the one on the chin, yep.
and the neck.
Yep. Yep,
That's all that from that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I saw it. The next one, yes.
Up under her chin like that. So.
Well,
she would have extended pretty far.
She went like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but I.
She wasn't on top of anything. She was walking.
Well, okay, what happened, so say this is the door.
Yeah.
She walks right here, there was like, one of those push cart that you like serve things off of, it's like a
Serving.
bar, yeah. And she fell like that, and there was a wheel, I think she hit that,
Okay.
but I don't know that.
on top of anything. She wasn't climbing or nothing. She was
Yeah, she literally just collapsed in front of me.
Okay.
Yes,
So you down?
I bent down, yeah, I'm like, well, first I said, Henry, you okay?
Sit down, shit. Man, reenacting shit. You was just watching her do. You just watching her do all this. Okay, that's what she does when she's about to die.
Hey, get up. I thought maybe she like tripped over her pants or something, because sometimes she'll try to like take off her shoes while she's standing up.
Yeah.
Whoever saw little kids with too long of pants, tripped over her pants. Shut up. Oh my gosh. These detective spidey senses was on point.
And she didn't get up, and I'm like, are you okay? What's up? And she was like not saying anything to me.
Yeah.
So I picked her up and I'm like, yeah. I probably shook her, like, are you okay? And I shouldn't have done that. I don't know.
What do you know?
I don't know what I shook her. I just was like, hey there. I was holding her, like, hey, are you okay? And then so I laid her down, and that's when I called Jason. And I said, Jason, there's something wrong with Hannah. She's not waking up. I don't know what happened. She just walked through the door and collapsed. I said, you need to come up here now.
So were you holding her?
Yeah. Well, no, I was.
You were down.
Yeah, I laid her down. I wasn't the one. here very long, but like, I didn't understand why she wasn't coming to, like,
Yeah, and you're shaking her to get her to come to. How are you shaking her?
not shake her, just like, Hannah, are you okay? Hannah, are you okay? Hannah, are you okay?
Trying to
Like,
wake her? Okay.
In a very animated fashion, Lindsay describes the events of the day Hannah was injured. She claims that Jason off, and after she took off her coat, Hannah walked over to Lindsay only to trip and fall. Lindsay then called Jason, and after Jason arrived, she called 911 to report what had happened. The problem the detectives have is that Hannah's injuries are not consistent with what Lindsay has told them.
and she could have, I don't know, I honestly, I was just coming out of the door and
Straightforward. You're not gonna have bruising over here and over here, none in the middle.
yeah.
And then bruising would have been here. And underneath there would have been no bruising. That's a soft spot that your body naturally protects.
Yeah.
The way your body works, how to that's stuff in. And that's where we're getting, that's why we want you to come down and fill in some of these holes.
Yeah.
Because to me, that looks brand new.
Oh, okay.
That is never even.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
So what it kind of looks like is that these are all from a different time.
Yeah, and like I said, she is wild. I don't think that I really don't think that she's been hurt.
You know?
No, I honestly don't. In my gut intuition, I don't think that he's a bad guy. I really don't. I think that he
Well,
is a simple guy.
here's one thing this is from a senior neurologist. Okay?
Yeah.
He's telling us that the brain injury that she sustained.
She just took a big gulp of that water, then put her hand on her chin. Signs of lies. Thank you, Red Tree. Y'all been giving me some tips on looking at liars.
Was absolutely not 24 hours prior or even an hour prior. The injury that caused this, or the incident that caused this brain injury
Yeah,
was immediate.
that is.
The detectives revealed their evidence by telling Lindsay that Hannah had been examined and the main injury to her head had been caused by blunt force trauma. The doctor who examined Hannah was able to create a timeline as to when the injury occurred.
So this bitch bring the baby, like dad show with the baby. Bring the baby inside, instantly start flooding the baby.
Seemed that major trauma was inflicted to Hannah's head.
For those who ain't from the Midwest, flooding mean punching, fighting, beating up.
Right around the time she had been dropped off to Lindsay.
After Dad dropped her off, injured this kid to the point where she's unconscious. Or a dramatic fall, or something, or some sort of accident.
No, I mean, I believe you, but nothing
accidental
happened.
drop.
Yeah, no,
It's something.
Smacked the shit out the baby when she walked in. Hit her too hard. You mad about something. This bitch is crazy.
It happened while when she walked in the door to the time she fell. That's the time frame that there's no doubt. It's not a question of, well, maybe it happened. There's no doubt. It absolutely happened during this time. And the only person that was there was a couple of kids and you.
Yeah.
That's what we're running into. So something.
I did not do anything to her.
So we're not saying you did.
No, I know, but no, honestly, she did.
We're just saying you know.
Honestly.
I mean, you would have seen her, you saw her collapse. It was immediate that she collapsed.
You said
walked out the door.
you never lost eye contact with her. When the time she walked in, you followed her in and she collapsed. That's not possible. That's not possible. I believe she walked in.
Yeah, she did.
I did.
Yeah.
I believe all that. But as soon as you guys went into the house, something happened. There's no doubt. Listen to me.
I know.
There's no doubt that something happened. Something absolutely happened, okay? We're not going back to Wednesday. We're not going back to the morning that Dad had her. We're beyond even that. It's narrowed down by brain surgeons that it happened right before she hit the ground. That's when it happened. And you
She just told us, and you told us several times,
Watch the whole
that you were looking at her. It's not like she walked around the corner and you came around and was like, what the hell happened?
No, she.
You had eye contact with her the whole
Yes,
time.
sir. Yes, sir.
That didn't cause her to collapse. She didn't just collapse. Traumatic brain injury, that's what this says. Traumatic, okay?
The detectives have Lindsay cornered. They tell her that something happened between the time Hannah was dropped off and when she collapsed on the floor. They also give her a way out by saying they do not believe she did anything to Hannah, but they know she knows what happened. They also tell Lindsay they believe whatever happened was an accident. Lindsay creates another lie on the spot to explain why Hannah would suddenly collapse.
Bitch, you better not stand up. I don't want to see another acting job out here. That's why you're going to jail.
What accident caused this?
She fell on the door and hit the concrete step.
When?
Thursday morning.
Walking into the house?
Yes.
Tell us about it. Take us through detail.
Don't stand up.
When I opened up the door, she was coming through and she slipped on that concrete step and the metal part. She hit the metal part on her eye.
Which door?
The one, yeah, going into the house, the carpet. And so I got her back up and she stood up and looked up at me and did say, I want a donut and couch, and then collapsed.
She is a horrible liar. Oh my gosh. And then she like, okay, that's what really happened. I didn't want to say this. An accident is an accident, bitch. She walked in the house and you started saying, I told you to pick up your toys the other day, so whatever. Crazy bitch.
Appreciate you being honest, man. I mean, you know, it's an accident.
I thought it was my fault, and I thought she was having a seizure, and I didn't want Jason to be mad at me, that she slipped and fell, and I wasn't holding her, and I was trying to grab her blanket from her.
Here's the thing.
And I thought it was my fault that she was having a seizure. I thought she was having a seizure. I was scooping on her mouth.
Is it bad of me to want the bad guy to get a lawyer? So I just don't like it when get a lawyer. Why do y'all talk to the police? You know what I mean? I'm for the police. I'm also for twists and turns. I know I don't believe in karma, but I do believe that you get what you deserve. You know what I mean? Always. So if she would have got a lawyer and said nothing, they probably wouldn't have been able to really pin that on her, because a lawyer would have had some type of give some type of reasonable doubt. It ain't about lying. It's about saying, hey, this could have happened also. You know what I mean? Never know. Never know. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying bad people should get off, but I think that they should. You should always get a lawyer. People believe in second chances. I don't. But if they fucked up somehow and they can get off to never do it again, okay. You know what I mean? But like I said, you get what you deserve, and it always come back around. So if she did do it, got off, something else is gonna happen to eventually, because she did this already. You know, she's gonna do something else crazy. So you're gonna get what you deserve eventually. But bitch, shut the fuck up. Get a lawyer.
The detectives tell Lindsay that they do not believe her, and again the injuries are not consistent with what she is telling them. Lindsay again makes up another lie, and this time she tells them that she was holding Hannah, and they both fell to the ground together.
And I fell, she fell.
Where were you at when you fell?
Against the door, trying to get the door open. I was holding her, the blanket was kind of like falling because he had handed her to me, and I put her.
1 second. Lie number 1 didn't work. They don't believe it. Lie number 2 didn't work. They don't believe it. For her to say she don't believe in lying, she not a liar, honestly this, honestly that, she is trying to lie. She's a very proficient liar. Just she's not good at lying. I think whatever happened was women are emotional. Whatever happened, it was very emotional. It happened right then and there. So she can't really lie her way out of it, because maybe she would have waited an hour before something like that happened. She would have had a better lie. You know, I ain't saying criminals should get off. All I'm saying is, bitch, it was time to be smart. You're a liar, but you're a dumb liar because you probably a good liar also. Just not right now. You off your A game. Okay, even Michael Jordan missed some shots.
Her down, and I picked her. No, he put her down, and when he walked up the door, I picked her up with the blanket.
I'm like, I don't remember now. I've been trying to make up something, but it was so horrific. Whatever happened, I don't remember.
And it got tangled up when I opened up the door. It got tangled and I slipped.
So are you on the concrete floor, are you on the step, or are you on the top?
I was on, getting ready, I was trying to step up to go inside. I lost my balance. Because when he got underneath my foot and we both fell. She smacked her face on that concrete step and I hit the door.
The detectives go through pictures of Hannah's injuries and they ask Lindsay to explain each one. Lindsay needs them to believe that she did in fact fall with Hannah in her arms, so she confesses to causing some of the other injuries. She is hoping that because she is being honest about the lesser injuries, they will believe her about the bigger ones.
I didn't do that. I don't know.
They just established that you do this and you took it overboard.
Okay.
I really didn't do that. I don't
How
know.
does this happen?
I slapped her upside the head.
With what?
My hand.
Open, closed?
Yeah, open.
I was gonna say that, like, she walked in and hit her in the head because she keeps saying she hit the front of her head. So she gotta say, how did she hit the front of her head? Walked in, I told you to put them toys up the other day.
What caused that?
She took all of the, I don't know why she was in trouble. She took all the ketchup out and squirted it into the toilet while I wasn't looking.
That's frustrating.
And I'm like, Hannah.
Yeah.
When I caught her doing the ketchup, I took it away and I
It wasn't the toys, it was the ketchup.
put her on the body because I think she had to go pee anyway. I said, Hannah, you can't get the ketchup. I just slapped her on the head and went like that.
Closed.
Like that.
How many times? Don't say once.
A couple times.
Because the bruise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lindsay was arrested and charged with child endangerment. However, Hannah would pass away due to her injuries and Lindsay's charges would be upgraded to murder. Lindsay would plead not guilty and take the case to trial, where she would admit to lying to the police about hurting Hannah. She claimed,
Now, what was I thinking, Prez? I'm thinking like this is some type of Lifetime something. I forgot this is Red Tree Crimes. Okay, everybody dies. Damn, a little baby died. I wasn't expecting that. You beat a baby within seconds of her walking into your house. Every other baby probably there was in danger. If she didn't if she wasn't such a narcissist and wanted to lie her way out of this and panicked, she probably would have killed all the babies.
that she would never hurt Hannah and only lied about it to protect people she loved.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You talk softly.
I do, sorry.
You're going to have to talk loudly.
I will try my best.
Okay. I talk loudly, so try to match my voice.
Okay.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Lindsay Melissa Parton.
Okay. And Lindsay, what city and state do you live in?
Trying her hardest to look like a sweet person.
Hamilton, Ohio.
And how old are you?
37.
Are you married?
To me,
No.
I'm married.
Okay. And what does that mean?
We had a wedding. We went for a marriage license, but TJ's uncle that married us forgot it the day we got married, and we went on our honeymoon and we got back. It wasn't important to me. A piece of paper is not important to me. Marriage to me is making a commitment to the person and to God. Anybody can walk away with a piece of paper.
And
She got this fucking cross sitting on her chest for everybody to see. Talking about God already.
your husband's name?
TJ.
Do you call him by other names sometimes?
In my phone, it's baby daddy. It's kind of our joke.
Okay. Was there a time in your phone that he's called different than baby daddy?
Husband, he switched his phone numbers, so I just put in the new number.
He been left you. What? How you go husband and baby daddy?
I didn't merge the contacts.
Okay, so the ketchup.
She got a lie for everything.
Remember the story you told the detective?
Yes.
Was the ketchup story real?
No,
Why did you say that?
because Hannah and Vivian always helped me cook.
Oh my gosh. Hey, so if y'all put your hands up, cover up her nose and her mouth, and just look at her eyes. Just look at her eyes. Like everything changes on her except how her eyes are looking. To me.
The day before,
That's how I know a motherfucking lying. Is when you look him in the eyes. Okay? You can tell a bad person just by looking at them sometimes, I feel. If you know a lot of bad people. It's a highly tuned talent.
before we had mini corn dogs, and they were squirting the ketchup on the plate, and it was something that they had touched, that we had done.
Did you hit Hannah after the ketchup?
No,
Did you take her into the bathroom where she was squirting the ketchup and hit her?
no,
Why did you say you did?
because I've had a friend, my friend Andrea, tell me that she's slapped her kid before and it's never been an issue. I just thought that would never be an issue.
Stop lying.
It's discipline. It wouldn't be anything that would get anyone in trouble.
The case would go to trial, and the most damning evidence against Lindsay would be her police interrogation. They would also find that Lindsay Googled how to hide bruises multiple times. The doctor who examined Hannah would testify that a fall or even multiple falls would not have caused the type of injury that took her life. In the end, Lindsay would be found guilty of child endangerment, manslaughter, and murder.
And finally, verdict form 6. As to count 6 of the indictment, murder, in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2903.02, subsection B. We, the duly impaneled jury, do find the defendant, Lindsay Parton, guilty. All 12 signatures accompany the verdict. Ms. Parton, you and your attorneys may have a seat. Defense, would you like the jury polled?
Absolutely.
She was fucking her attorney. This big. I ain't gonna. Let's go.
Ms. Wilson, I can't.
Lindsay would be sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 years.
Ms. Tyler, declare a case on the record, please.
Stop
State of Ohio
smiling.
versus Lindsay M. Parton, case number CR 18030462. Defendant is present in the courtroom along with her attorneys, Melinda Cook Howard and Megan. We are set today for sentencing.
So as to count 6, the unclassified felony murder, the sentence by statute is as follows. I do sentence the defendant, Lindsay Parton, to a lifetime imprisonment with parole eligibility after 15 years. I do not have any discretion in terms of when she might be eligible for parole. I also have limited input as to what happens at parole when those 15 years roll around. Parole authority, they have their hearings, they do solicit input from the sentencing judge and the prosecutor's office, but ultimately they are the ones that make that decision. So the sentence that I am ordering is the only sentence that there's no other means of certainty that I can issue that sentence. It's a life sentence. This pardon will be eligible for parole after 15 years. Doesn't mean that you will get it. Doesn't mean that you won't. I have no way of knowing.
If you have found this video informative, please think about subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you.
Great editing, Red Tree. You're doing a great job. I'm gonna leave a comment and a like. But yeah, she eating mad vagina in there. She look like she gonna be. You know what? You never hear about you know when rapists and pedos. I don't know what to call them. It's YouTube. you always hear about what happened to them when they go to prison. They got to be on a special wing. They got to wash their back all the time. A lot of them die. But you never hear about the women who do real bad things to kids when they go into prison. What happened to them women? Do they got a hit out on them? Do women do that? Do they go in there and forgive these women for hurting kids because it's an inside thing? Is it an inside thing, ladies? I don't know. But you never hear about what happened to the woman who drowned all her kids. You know what I mean? What happened to her in the women's prison? Is she just walk around in population is cool? In women jail, do motherfuckers get killed like that? I don't know. I should go watch Orange and Black. But y'all have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Again, that was Red Tree Crime. I don't like their name, but maybe if I knew why they named it that, I would understand it. But great channel, great editing, great video. I'm really a fan of good editing. Have a good day. Holla.
To succeed, you gotta do your best. But to win, you gotta be the best. Go, give me the gold. I want the gold. The goal is to be in first place on my kids, yeah. All I know is double time and do